On April 27, 2013, the quiet community of Valley Springs, California, was shaken by a murder that initially appeared to be a random act of violence. 8-year-old Leila Fowler was home with her 12-year-old brother while their parents attended a Little League game nearby. What followed was a crime that would horrify the region and spark an intensive 2-week manhunt before a shocking truth emerged. Leila's older brother called 911 just before 1 p.m., reporting that an intruder had broken into the family's home and stabbed his sister. When deputies arrived, they found Leila gravely wounded in an upstairs bedroom. She had been stabbed repeatedly and died before she could be transported for medical care. Her brother claimed he had seen a tall man with long gray hair fleeing the house. The boy said he chased after him, but lost him near the woods. Law enforcement launched an aggressive manhunt. Over 200 officers were deployed, dogs were brought in to track the suspect, and helicopters searched the hillsides. Residents were warned to stay indoors and secure their homes. Schools increased security, and the county was on edge. A sketch of the alleged suspect was released based on the brother's description. As days turned into weeks, investigators struggled to find any evidence of a break-in or of a stranger fleeing the scene. Surveillance video from homes in the area showed no one fitting the description. There were no unidentified fingerprints or foreign DNA. The story of the unknown intruder began to unravel. Authorities began focusing their attention inward, specifically on Leila's brother. As they reviewed the timeline he gave, inconsistencies started to emerge. His story changed subtly in each telling. Forensic evidence collected in the house did not support his claim of a break-in. The entry point he described had no signs of forced entry, and nothing was missing from the home. When the results of DNA and fingerprint testing came back, there was no match for an outside suspect. Instead, evidence pointed to someone inside the house. After further questioning, Leila's brother eventually admitted to fabricating the intruder story. Investigators determined that he had been the one to fatally stab Leila. The motive was never fully understood. Some speculated it was the result of an argument between the siblings, while others believed the boy acted impulsively in a fit of rage and quickly panicked. At just 12 years old, he had committed a violent act and then attempted to mislead authorities and the public. In May 2013, the boy was arrested and charged with second-degree murder. Due to his age, his identity was initially withheld. The arrest shocked the community. Many residents had rallied around the family, holding vigils and donating to reward funds meant to catch a non-existent intruder. The sense of betrayal ran deep. During the juvenile court proceedings, prosecutors presented evidence that the boy had inflicted multiple stab wounds on Leila, including defensive wounds on her arms, indicating she tried to fight back. The boy's defense team argued that the killing was not premeditated but rather the result of extreme emotional disturbance. The court found the boy guilty of second-degree murder and voluntary manslaughter. Because he was a juvenile, he was not eligible for the same sentencing as an adult. He was committed to a juvenile facility until his 23rd birthday. The court emphasized the seriousness of the crime, but also acknowledged his young age and capacity for rehabilitation. He has since completed his sentence and was released, though his adult identity remains protected due to juvenile confidentiality laws. The Fowler family was left devastated. Not only had they lost Leila, but their son would spend years in a locked facility. Leila's parents later advocated for improved access to mental health services for children and greater parental awareness of emotional struggles in youth. Leila Fowler was remembered as a joyful, active girl who loved school and playing outside. Her death was senseless and tragic, made even more painful by the deception that followed.